Hi everybody, my name is Adriana Vines and I'm in group 9. We were assigned Morocco for our presentation. I'm going to start out by stating some of the basic facts about Morocco. Their population is about 35.74 million people and over 99% of their population is Muslim. The majority of the religion is specifically Sunni, and if you didn't already know, there are two major splits of the Islamic religion called Sunni and Shia. They have several differences, but some of the most important ones are in regards to who should have succeeded Muhammad, their prayer sessions, and how one enters the afterlife. So, Moroccans succeeded from French and Spanish rule in 1956 when Muhammad V made a negotiation with them, which resulted in him being established king of Morocco. Currently, their governmental system is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy, so they have a king and a prime minister. In Morocco, it is immoral and illegal to be a member of the LGBTQ community. If you're suspected of having relationships with the same sex, you could be fined and sentenced to jail time for up to 3 years. Moving on to the infrastructural issues, Morocco is currently one of the most developed countries in Africa, and they're working on major projects like building bullet trains, but the less fortunate people of the country see this as being only beneficial to the wealthy, so they think that the country needs to focus on fixing the basic issues like fixing their water pipes and building schools and hospitals. And as of 2018, Morocco ranks 43 out of 100 on the corruption index scale. 0 means that a country is highly corrupt, and 100 means that a country is very clean. So Morocco is leaning a little towards the corrupt side, and even though there are anti-corruption laws instated, those laws are not really enforced, so companies are able to get away with unethical practices, and also the population sees the police and judicial system as corrupt. The two Hofstede's dimensions I'll be discussing today are going to be power distance and uncertainty avoidance. Their score on the power distance scale is a 70, which means that Moroccans have an understanding that everyone has a place and a rank in the system, and the subordinates expect their leaders to guide them and tell them what needs to be done. So it would be seen as disrespectful for a subordinate to question authority. This makes sense to me because Morocco is a monarchy, so they have a king, and they're also very religious, so they yield to a higher power. And on the uncertainty avoidance scale, Morocco ranks a high score of 68, which means that they have a high preference for avoiding uncertainty. So they have established rules to follow, and I think that this also ties into their religion as well because they hold their beliefs very strictly and have a defined way of life in many aspects. So it makes sense that they respect rules and also want to have rules. Moving on to the etiquette, whenever men greet men in Morocco, it is common to shake hands and inquire about one's family and health. If a woman wants to be greeted, she would extend her hand first, and if she does not extend her hand, a man would bow to her as a greeting. Whenever you're gesturing in Morocco, you should always use your right hand, even if you're naturally left-handed, because the left hand is deemed impure to Moroccans and is associated with using the bathroom and doing chores. It is also considered rude to use your index finger to point at somebody. As Morocco is a conservative country, public displays of affection should be avoided, and clothing should be modest and used to cover up most of the body, especially for women. And it is common to give gifts after having already met somebody in Morocco, especially if they invite you to their home. Flowers would be an acceptable gift as long as they are not pink, violet, or yellow, because those colors are associated with death. And you wouldn't want to spend too much on a gift because Moroccans usually give a gift back within the same value. You also wouldn't want to give Moroccans a homemade gift or anything associated with impurity like leather that's made from pigskin. Moving on to my last slide, superstitions in Morocco. It is common to see a mirror at the entrance of a home or the living room because it represents reflecting back bad intentions if someone with bad energy were to enter. And many Moroccans also keep a hamsa hand in their home or with them for protection from evil spirits, bad luck, and bad energy from people. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation, and I look forward to answering your questions.